Stacy, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad. It's nice to be at a major, nice to be on a great golf course, and just hopefully the weather holds out for us this week.
I found it very interesting. I heard you in your interview talking about how the last couple of months you haven't played well. And what that means is you haven't played to your standard.
Yeah.
You played 11 events, 8 top 10s. Man, your standards are high.
Well, they are. I think that over the last year I've set them pretty high just because of what I've done. But, you know, the game really, it hasn't quite been there. The swing's just been a little off and I made a bunch of birdies just making too many other mistakes. And so it's really just kind of cleaning up rounds and, you know, keeping the positive momentum going.
Last week you played in windy conditions, and certainly that's not a good way to gauge your game either.
No, it's not. You know, the last few weeks, really, the Bahamas was really windy, and then Atlantic City was really windy, and so it's not the best preparation coming into a major. You know, you definitely kind of want to get somewhere where you can work on your game a little bit more, but I mean, it is what it is, and everybody's had to deal with it. So I'm just glad we got a couple good days of weather here before this tournament starts to get ready.
From the first time that I met you, I found you to be an interesting person. I've admired the work that you put in to get where you are. But the work that you put in to get where you are has made you a star. And sometimes that becomes a tough thing to deal with, isn't it?
It is. That, you know, the recognition and people knowing who I am is probably been the hardest part about all this. You know, I don't play good golf so more people know me. You know, that's not what I'm out here doing, and it comes with the territory. But it's been hard. It's been an adjustment for me. You know, I'm pretty private. I liked when I could go to dinner and no one would talk to me, and I'm just not quite at that place anymore.
Can you talk about how difficult that is in your life, in your lifestyle, to be a person who likes to be private maybe sometimes and finds it hard?
Yeah, it's just I haven't found the magic answer to it. You know, I'm still overwhelmed by it at times. You know, sometimes you just kind of want to crawl into your hotel room and hide. But you can't live your life that way either. You know, you have to. I want to go do fun things. You know, I've gone to baseball games, and yeah, you know, people recognize me, and it's part of the deal. But I'm not gonna sit in my room and be a hermit either. So it's just finding that balance and figuring out what works.
I consider Faraday to be a good friend, and you gave a great anecdote about Faraday. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we were at the airport. We were both flying out after we had done the show, and we were kind of talking about just the fame and the recognition, and just about that time somebody walked up and said, you know, I love your show, and his response was, why wouldn't you? And I was like, gosh, I need to come up with a good line like that where it catches people off guard and makes them not want to say anything else, you know, and they just kind of don't know what to say. And so, but I don't know if I could quite pull it off like he does.
Yeah, I know few people that can pull it off like Faraday does. And trust me, walking 18 holes with him on a Sunday and seeing what goes on is a real lot of fun. But do you feel like you're getting closer to that because you have to deal with it on a daily basis now and you're finding those little keys?
Yeah, I am. You know, I've asked other people. I've asked other people for advice, other players, other people outside of golf, like other people that are just watching. And you know, I'm getting there. It's I don't know. It's not something you figure out overnight. You know, just like everything else I've learned the last year, it's just going to take a little bit of time.
I wanted to say last thing, but then one more thing came in, and I have to ask you about this. People are asking you about long-term goals. You don't want nothing to do with it. You want to go day to day. And that's cool, and people say that, but then people mean it like you do. You have a condition with your back and have had scoliosis, and you know that it can change right away. In some ways, I think, is it more fun that way?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a person to think long term. I've always been a very short term thinker, and you know, sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's bad, but, you know, I don't want to put a cap on the number of tournaments I want to win or to go in the Hall of Fame. You know, I don't want to limit myself that way, and I can't limit, you know, how many years I'm going to be able to play. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this, and as long as I still enjoy it, as long as I'm giving myself chances to win, you know, that's my goal every week, and that's what I'm going to continue to work on.
It's a cool philosophy. Hey, last thing, we are at the Wegmans LPGA. Locust Hills is got its teeth this week. It seems to fall right into your power alley.
It does. You know, I play well on this golf course. You know, these tee shots, they fit my eye. you have to grind it out. You're going to hit it in the rough, and you got to find a way to make par, and that's a major for you. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and I love that. I love it when just, you know, not when 20 under. I don't like it when 20 under par wins. So, you know, keeping scores pretty high, and I like that.
As always, thanks for your time. Have a great week here.
All right, thank you.
Great to see you.